All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, first off, I want to say Shalom to the ones that push this word out in truth and in sincerity, which are the apostles and elders on down to the brothers, right? And Shalom to the ones that endure this faith to the very end, which are, again, the apostles and elders on down to the brothers and a few sisters. All right, so Shalom. Want to do this quick video off of a post that I've seen that a brother sent out. I can't remember who it was. I can't actually find the post because it's some YouTube posts. You go back to it, it's just gone. But pretty much it said people that don't what was it? They said that the parents that don't agree with their children changing their gender, now they have the the government can take the child away from the parents, right? So if the child wants to change their gender and the parents don't agree with it, the government, they can pretty much they can knock on your door and they can take your child away, right? Pretty much giving all out freedom. They're trying to have you have your children go the hell off. They're trying to have your children do whatever the hell they want, following onto TikToks, stuff like that. But the question is, why do you do all this for children, but yet they can't vote? They can't drink, they can't drive, right? They can't do all these things, but they can change their gender, right? They could get themselves, clipped. They can, they can change their whole entire personality, but they can't identify as an 18-year-old so they can get a license, right? They can't identify as a 20-something-year-old so they can go in a bar and buy a drink, right? But you can identify as anything else in this world that you want to be. So whatever's going on with y'all, other camps, y'all not, doing as the Lord told y'all to do, because you got stuff like this happening, right? The Lord said he's coming to separate, households. So this is Matthew 25:31. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Who is this talking about? This is talking about Yahushua. It says, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats, right? So, who's the sheep? The righteous. Who's the goats? The goats, the wicked. So it says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. So this was all nations, but this can also talk about, the 1/3 compared to the 2/3. This don't sound, just sweet and dandy. The Lord is just coming to separate us from the righteous. Like, oh yeah, we go over to one side of the room, all the wicked, go on the left side, or anybody else, they go on different sides of the room, and then that's just that. And then the righteous get beamed up, the righteous get destroyed. That's also talking about, the separation of households, right? Because you're going to have family members, that are wicked. You're going to have family members that will sell you out, those last days because you didn't take that rice grain. You're going to have family members that will try to kill you. Family isn't going to matter in those last days. Why? Because it was, it's the time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to be in a completely different mindset. When they couldn't eat or drink, sickness is going around, can't buy anything. stock market crash, stuff like that, they won't care about family. Family will not matter. It's every man for himself. Survival mode is pretty much engaged. So they won't give a damn whether whether it's your little brother, your older brother, your sister, your mother, your father. It won't matter. Why? Because the Lord is going to put the spirit on these people to lose their damn mind. They don't have the wisdom and knowledge of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So that's, the sheep being separated from the goat. And some of those goat could be your family members. The Lord is coming to separate households. This is not, a joke. So it says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Right? So again, that's the righteous from the unrighteous. It says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Right? Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Right? So this is, towards the righteous, the ones on the right hand side. That could be, you and them goats could be your family members sitting over there, bug the hell out of their mind and trying to kill you. They will be the ones to deliver you up, in those last days. Your neighbors, your friendly old neighbor is going to come out there with a shotgun, open up the fridge. I need some food. I need supplies. Give me one of your family members. We need food. Right? Because we all know that's coming. People going to be eating each other. Those times, these are crazy times that are coming to pass. And a lot of you camps, and you people out there, that y'all don't want to hearken unto the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. These are serious times. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these people to lose their fucking mind. We've seen it in the stories a lot. People were selling bird dung for silver. A bull and their child. It's not hard to believe. We've seen that plenty of times. When there's a snowstorm that's about to come, people already up in them stores and unloading on them shelves. So imagine those times when, a siege happens. When nobody goes in, nobody goes out. All out martial law. Food is cut off. Water is cut off. Electricity is cut off. Everything's cut off. 911 services cut off. What are you people going to do? Y'all going to lose your mind. Every man for himself. That's why they got it in the, the movies. When it comes to an apocalypse, Walking Dead, stuff like that. It's every man for himself. People are going to be killing each other. It's survival for the fittest. So I want to get Matthew 24:9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. Right? So who is they? These jakes that are not under the, the protection of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But guess what? These are times that we got to prepare for, that we will be, homeless, delivered up to be killed, afflicted. You other camps out there, y'all not prepared for this. Y'all like your, holy days as, parties and on the beach and ass clapping in your face. Right? But You're not going to have those in those last days. Isaiah 13. Those are not going to be available. Y'all other camps are not prepared for this. Y'all going to be the main ones scrounging out there, starving. So it says, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So we're going to be hated by all these people out here, delivered up, being killed, homeless, excluded. A lot of these people are gonna, the elder here in Baltimore, he goes into the word, right here where it says, and shall kill you. That's talking about killing, actually, but that's also talking about, spiritually killing you, exiling you. So it says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another, right? Betraying one another. What does that sound like? Your neighbors, your friends, your families, most importantly. Your family your family is not going to care. Your family is going to try to kill you. So it says, and shall hate one another. Everyone's going to be hating each other. In those times, people are going to hate you. They will not care for you anymore. They might have been your best friend before, your loving family, but they won't care. If anything, right, what it says right here, they will hate one another. They will literally hate. They will hate you with a passion. You didn't give me no food. You seem selfish. I got nothing. You haven't done anything for me. It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. So many false prophets, that's you other camps out there, these other people, Micah 3 and 11. Those are them false prophets that will rise and, deceive many. Y'all already doing it, but it's also going to be happening in those last days. Until what? That rice grain comes out with the solution. And then what? 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Sudden destruction. Why? Because you people did not hearken unto the words of Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and Shalom.